What is up, guys? This is Silver Warrior here. Sorry about that little camera malfunction there. I was trying to turn it on and it decided to flip up. So anyway, what I'm going to be talking about is a video that I saw Silver Slacker do. He made a video on his best and worst silver buys ever, and his were slightly different pieces, but same concept. These are my most and least profitable silver buys of all time. So left is the most, right is the least. And this is, maybe I've had other stuff that was worse of a worse buy than this, but if I did, then I don't have it. Like the generic, or not generic, the fractional silver bullion that I bought, that stuff was a pretty bad buy. And I mean, generic bullion, honestly, all of that I would have put on here if I well, for two things. First of all, if silver prices were like $14 an ounce again or something like that, then yeah, I would have spent more than $14 an ounce on some of that stuff. But at the same time, even if I don't see silver bullion as something to profit from, so I say I'm profiting greatly in terms of how much money I'm saving, you know, from inflation. I'd say that's a great profit right there. So you could consider that as well. How much have I profited in terms of saving money from the taxation, hidden taxation of inflation. But anyway, this is just like numismatic stuff, and I was thinking about putting my silver nickels on here, but I want to talk about like what has increased the most in value, as opposed to me buying something really cheap. Because I bought I bought 200 silver nickels for 150 bucks, and a bunch of pulled out 70 MS7, MS70, I wish, no, 70 ones that were like really high grade, like really nice looking coins that would probably grade around MS63 area. And I did a trade with someone where I ended up getting like, I want to say, I traded them out for like 120 bucks worth of coins, something like that, and I was able to get that much for the coins when I sold them. So when everything was said and done, I paid $30 for 130 nickels. But at the same time, the nickels didn't increase in value. I just paid less than what they were worth because I got the really nice high premium ones in there along with everything else. Plus I paid below melt value anyway. They were melt value at about $230 at the time when I bought them, not so much anymore. So you could consider that actually unprofitable, except I paid such a low price that and then when I ended up paying, like I said, $30 about for 130 nickels, which is an extraordinary deal that you don't normally ever see unless you are able to do some hustling like I was out there. But anyway, I'll start with the worst because, you know, I want to end on a good note here. So these are my worst buys. It's not that I've lost money on them. I mean, kind of I have, but like, I kind of just overpaid for these, honestly. It's not that they've decreased in value so much, like they kind of, but the thing is that they haven't shot up in value either. Barber stuff is sometimes popular, but I paid $30 was paid for this piece right here. And I just bought it from a coin store, honestly. It wasn't like anything special. I don't know, but like probably shouldn't have even paid $30 for this. Probably overpaying for this piece right here. And for this Morgan dollar, I just paid pretty much what it was worth. I paid $50 for it, and you can see the shape's really good and it's in really good condition. I bought it from APMEX, which is the only thing I've ever bought from them, and the only thing I ever will buy from them because the order ended up being troublesome anyway. Like the listing was wrong. They said, I don't even know, they said something ridiculous on there, like 1924 and before Morgan dollars, even though there were no Morgan dollars in 1924. Something ridiculous was said on the ad that wasn't true, and this one was actually like not even in the date range that they said it was supposed to be. But anyway, it still is a very beautiful coin, but paying $50 for it, not something I'm happy about. And all the other Morgan dollars I have, I've paid, you know, only $25 for the most. So even if I did pay what they were worth, at least it wasn't a big expenditure. And the one I got really cheap, and that junked you a lot, from eBay, and then the other ones I just bought for like probably 25 a piece or so, something like that. But anyway, this is the most profitable buy, not in terms of like me making money off of it, but just in terms of how much these things have increased in value. And this is, if you can't tell already, the MS-70 2016 American Silver Eagle, the most beautiful coin I've ever held in my hands personally. You can see, let me show you guys here, 2016 W, West Point Mint, what that stands for, PCGS graded MS-70 Silver Eagle 30th anniversary, first day West Point strike. So none of these can ever be made again, basically, because it has to be the first day of the strike, and they only made 2016 of these. So the first day at the West Point Mint, they made 2016 MS-70 American Silver Eagles, and that's the only that can ever be made. This is an anniversary piece, 30th anniversary, I should say, of the American Silver Eagle, so that'll only ever happen once, obviously. And overall, I mean, it's just absolutely a stunning coin. You know, it's completely flawless piece right here. I mean, so nothing to really complain about at all on this one. And luckily, I've never had any milk spotting problems. I've never had any milk spots appear on this thing, which I'm very happy about, and I want that to continue, so I'm trying to keep it safe. But here's some numbers for you guys, because I know you guys are interested in those more than anything else. These, I bought it for $85, this coin, and these are very hard to find now. I mean, because Bullion Exchanges, I think, is the one I bought it from, and they had like 200 for sale at the time. They had like a tenth of them that were out of like all the ones that were made, so something ridiculous like that. I know they had a crazy number of them, and I bought one from them for $85. Today I see them sell for as much as $150 in auction. I saw one auction about a month ago for $130, but now they can go for upwards of $150 even sometimes. I mean, usually it's 150 is around what they go for, but sometimes even more. But you don't see them pop up very often, so that's just like based on a few results, because they only pop up once or twice a month on eBay. They very rarely surface, and I'm just extraordinarily happy to be able to get my hands on one while they were still cheap, because now, well, relatively cheap, but now they're going for extraordinary amounts of money compared to before. So I only expect this thing to keep on going up and up and up. And I'm very excited to see what the future could hold. You know, we could be looking at $1,000 price on this thing in 10 years. Who knows? Maybe even 5. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed the video. And just to let you know, the price value increase of this thing's been over the course of about, I want to say, 6 months. I'll have to look and see when I got this thing. Maybe even less than 6 months. Maybe something like 5 months. So it really hasn't been that long of a time or anything. But remember, guys, if you still haven't, try to get out there and vote, because that's very important. And you know, if you still can vote, if it's still Tuesday for you guys when you're watching this, I want to just say that, because it is important, I believe, that you go out and you do vote if you can. Because consider this, you don't have to vote in the presidential election. You could vote at least for your state representatives. You definitely want to vote for who's in the electoral college, because they'll be picking the president next election, so remember that. But anyway, with all that being said, I do hope you enjoyed, and we'll see tomorrow if my prediction was right about who was going to win. But anyway, that is it for this one. For real now, peace, love, and much respect.